this is my thoughts on Raw. I am not doing a review. I'm just going to give a certain amount of thoughts on certain things that's happened. Was it good to see Edge with, well, Beth Phoenix is going to be with Edge going into Elimination Chamber. Or is it WrestleMania? I think Elimination Chamber. And Finn is going to be with, why Finn? Why wouldn't it be Dominic? Because, well, technically speaking, Dominic is going to have his moment with his father. WrestleMania is coming. So I can understand why he used Finn. Yeah, it makes sense. So I didn't really have a problem seeing Beth Phoenix with Edge. And knowing Rhea Ripley is going to be dealing with them is fine. It's a good rub. Seeing Cedric Alexander with Shelton and MVP. And they won against the... do I believe that the Hurt Business is back together? We thought this happened months ago. Remember? They had actually done this months ago. So if this was bringing back the Hurt Business, it should have been done a while ago. Seeing win against Alpha Academy was great. I'm glad to see it, but does not mean the Hurt Business is back. Not until I hear them say it, does that mean I believe it. I don't. Now, the Fatal 4-Way. When it came to Pepper Nimmons, when it came to Mia Yim, when it came to Candice LeRae, and the returning, and let's make this clear, I'm not against Carmella. Mella is money. I love Mella. Yeah, of course, who doesn't love Mella? She's got the body, yes. But in actuality, Carmella, the actual person, seemed to be a nice person. She went through something serious, which was life-threatening many months ago, and she's recovered from it. I knew there was only two people that could be viable in it, and it wasn't Mia Yim, and it wasn't Candice LeRae. Just was not. It was either Piper or Carmella. Did I want Piper? Actually, I wanted Piper Nimmons. I wanted her to be in the Elimination Chamber. That would have made things a lot more interesting. But no. It was exactly the person I knew was going to be. I wanted Piper because having a much more larger and stronger wrestler in there would be great. Because we'll have Raquel Rodriguez and Piper. Two big women in there that could really make things better. And I'd rather see a Piper Nimmons than a Nia Jax any day. Yes, Raquel is still working out her stuff. She really isn't like Super Cock Diesel. I mean, she's strong. There ain't no lie about that. But she's not really that strong. But I'd rather see both of them than Nia Jax. I'm just being honest to you guys. I'm being honest. Nia didn't do a very good look at WrestleMania. She looked like crap. Not just because, I heard a few people say she gained weight, which she did. She looked like she gained weight. But it's not the point about gaining weight. It counts on how you work in the ring with that weight. Did she practice enough to compensate for any increase or decrease in her weight? No. So I wanted Piper Nimmons. But did I believe she was going to be there? No. I believed 100% when I saw Carmella in this match, there was no way she wasn't going to win it. I knew she was going to win it. Because of what she went through. And because pretty much how people view her. Look, you say a lot about Carmella. You can say, oh, it's because of Corey Graves. She got that spot. Or because she got tits and ass. And I'm sure Alex is going to say, blue-eyed apple pie, America. Bitch, don't matter. America shit. Because when it comes down to it, it's about one thing that he should know, and he does know. It's about how much respect you get in the back with the ones who are in charge. Or how much dick you suck, whether you're a guy or girl. Remember, they kiss a lot of ass and suck a lot of dick. In other words, they do a lot of favors to try and get their way they want. Look, Carmella's no different. My Naomi's no different. They will politic. They'll do a job for a job. Doesn't mean they always screw one another, but you know what I mean. If you're going to do this, we want this. If you're going to be in this position, we want you to act like this. So Carmella, I am not surprised. And after what she went through, and let's be honest, Mella worked hard to actually improve her style, unlike Nia Jax. She actually worked on her character. She actually worked with R-Truth, who really is close with her. And I believe in still in real life, they actually still talk to each other, actually pretty close. She worked very hard on what she's done. Is she a top tier? No. But doesn't mean she's average. She's here. She's not top tier, but she's here. And I can see that, and I'm not surprised. The thing I liked the most was what happened with Cody and Paulie. Let's put this 100% on the table. Was that real talk between Paul Heyman and Cody when he called him Mr.? I'm not going to call you what my brother and my dad called you. I'm going to call you Mr. Heyman. Because he has so much respect for him, because when his dad had no more money after when he wasn't wrestling that much anymore or couldn't get a gig, Paulie gave him a job, Paulie gave him money, and he literally made things better. And you saw Paul Heyman's face. He legitimately looked like he was going to cry. You can say a lot about Paul Heyman with the faces he shows to try and be as believable as possible. But that was a moment that I truly believe that Cody, even if he had spoke to Paul, saying ahead of time, look, let's try and make this as real as possible. He didn't tell him what he was going to say, because that was really mostly off the cuff. So I think legitimately Paul was actually emotional too. At least out of 100%, he was 20% emotional. Really touched him. The rest was Paul Heyman being Paul Heyman, being the politicker, being the talker, and being the bullshitter. That's it. But I do believe 20% out of that 80, he did show a little bit of real emotion when it came to Dusty. That's the deal. There is a little bit of real Paul Heyman in there. Was it done well? Yes, but I gotta say this, and I'm gonna say this now because I'm gonna see if I can film it either tomorrow or Wednesday. I am doing a Gump report that I might release on Friday. I don't know yet. But this Gump report is gonna be about my thoughts about Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn and what can be done to help Cody. And I know people will not agree with me on the decision I'm going to make and the explanation of why I'm deciding about Cody and how to deal with what's going on with him and Sami Zayn. Because you know Cody's here, Sami's here. There ain't no lie. Cody's a face, Sami's a bigger face. There ain't no lie about it. We know this. I'm just saying what my thoughts would be on the best option to optimize what's going on with Cody. Let me give it to you like this. What happened to Chelsea Green? I know there had been some reports they got plans for Chelsea Green. And when she came up against Asuka Chan, came up against Kata Chan, Kata TV, I still love Kata Chan TV. I don't watch it much. But I still love Kata Chan. She ate on her channel and she played games on the channel. She didn't use her name. She did nothing, and she's showing videos again on the channel. I haven't seen it much. I think the last time I saw her, she had a little arcade about this size. I think this size. That she carries with her so she can play any game she wants in Japanese or in English. Kata Chan coming out as Crazy Kata. I love it. Look, I've never seen her work in Japan when she was using that gimmick, but damn, it looks good. Damn, that mask looks good. The music she's using is good. Her mask is good. Her face paint is good. All of it is good. Now, did I like seeing Chelsea Green get her ass handed to her so lovingly by Kata? No. Do I believe they have anything for her? I don't know. I'm actually worried they don't really have anything really good planned for her. Even with Triple H, if he's still booking, I have this strange feeling that someone's talking in his ear. And I'm not feeling it. Now, of course, it could take months before we see anything. This is really the first couple of times we've actually seen her on the main roster. And there's a good chance if they do have the draft, she's going to possibly go to SmackDown or Raw. I don't know. But you get my point. Don't feel it with her. Now, also, when that segment happened, that match happened, in the segment afterward, once you see Bianca Belair, guys, you tell me. If I remember correctly, many, many moons ago, well, like a year or so ago, we got Athena going on Chris Van Vlien's podcast, talking about women feeling uncomfortable that Vince McMahon told them that they need to dress more sexy like a Mandy Rose. Start showing more titty. Start showing more ass. And she wasn't comfortable with that. She wasn't feeling it. Tell me, when you looked at Bianca Belair, when they showed a shot of her ass cheek, her right ass cheek, didn't it look a little sexy? Now, I'm not saying she doesn't dress normally like that, but have you ever seen them zoom in so much on her ass before? Like that. On not just seeing her sideways, but literally zooming in on her leg and ass. Leg and ass. Tell me that didn't happen. Tell me that didn't happen. Go watch a highlight of when they talk about, if they don't cut it out, and they show a pan up from her right leg showing a lot of ass cheek. You could have seen her panties on that damn thing. Tell me I'm wrong. But it's just me. Final thing I'm going to talk about. Well, I can't talk about Brock Lesnar and I don't want to talk about Brock, and I don't want to talk about a Bobby Lashley. It's already written. They're going to have a match at Elimination Chamber. They're going to have their match. The build going into it is going to be a big question. How are they going to make sure it looks good? Because Brock is not a good talker. When you heard him talk, even when he was talking about crawling into bed with his wife, then coming out 4 or 5 hours, I think he legitimately surprised himself when he said he crawled into the bed with his wife. I think legitimately he just realized, oh shit, did I really just say I crawled into the bed with my wife? I better cover my ass. Even though this is stuff I got to say it right. Particularly when we was talking about Bobby who? And trying to get the crowd to say Lashley. It just cringy. I'm not even going in there. It's going to be on Bobby to try and make this entire thing work, because when it comes to Brock, he's just not a great talker. He just isn't. He has moments, but that ain't it. The only thing else I'm going to talk about now, and I'm leaving a lot out, is the steel cage match that we were supposed to be getting. Guys, let me ask you a question. Was that a good steel cage match? Was that a great steel cage match? Or did it feel like a rushed steel cage match? Because to me, that felt like it was rushed. Even though they threw Lita out there, and it was great to see Lita. I'm a Lita fan. I still love Lita. Look, Lita's a great woman. Great wrestler. Made a lot of mistakes in her life. But she's a great woman and a great wrestler. She worked on herself. But even with her coming out there, didn't it feel a little rushed? I don't know what JD and just Alex are going to say. They're going to probably say it was great. I'm not always in agreement with them. I just don't feel like that was a great match. It was okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was okay. But to be honest, it would have been better at Raw 30 than here. If they had set up the time and properly did it and gave us a steel cage match there instead of here and really meant it with time, I think it would have been a great steel cage match. This felt rushed. It felt rushed. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about it. That's how it felt. I'm just saying. This is just my thoughts on Raw. Give me a comment below. This ain't a review, guys. Just my thoughts. This is what I'm going to probably do from now on. I'm just going to say my thoughts on this Raw, and that's it. Peace.